Ankle mobility is super important, especially when it comes to squatting, because if we're limited in our ankle mobility, that means we can't squat as deep, we can't get the full benefit of the exercise. We're gonna start losing form and dumping forward, and just all kinds of bad things can happen if we don't have ankle mobility. There's a couple of different things you can do as far as wearing a heeled shoe or elevating the heel some other type of way, which we may resort to if we find that ankle mobility cannot be achieved. But you can still do things to work on that to kind of find out if we need to take those extra measures. So I'm going to show you one exercise that I love to use for ankle mobility. So I'm putting my foot on a flat, stable surface. If you don't want to go this high, that's fine. You can always go a little bit lower depending on your height. But what we want to do is we're going to get into 3 different positions. This first one is just going to be straight forward, and you're going to try to take the knee as far out as you can while keeping the heel on whatever surface you're on. You may need to come a little bit closer. That's about as far as I can go before my heel starts coming off the surface here, okay? So I'm going to kind of sit right in here. You're going to feel a nice stretch at the back of your ankle here, and you're also going to feel in the front. And I'm just going to kind of sit here for a second or a couple of seconds. And then I'm going to kind of come out to the side a little bit, kind of like a 45-degree angle. Same principle here. I'm trying to keep my entire foot on the surface. And then I'm going to kind of come in a little bit. So I'm going to try to keep my body straight, and I'm going to try to turn my knee in just a little bit. So if you find that one of these positions is much more limited than the other, I want you to spend a little bit of time in that position. So this ankle is just a little bit tighter, so I'm going to spend just a little more time in this position here. And then I'm gonna kind of come in a little bit. Go slow with these if it's your first time doing it. I don't want you like jamming into this position and ending up, not feeling as good as we're supposed to. So just go slow, all right? And I would do this a couple of times a day when you're first starting out, and hopefully you'll start seeing improvements in that ankle mobility. You can always do a test to see if you can get down deep in a squat without your heels coming off the floor or without the butt rounding forward to kind of create that